I'm Basia Sokolowska and I'm taking you through my creative alphabet. Today is B for Black Forest, a place of darkness and density where we go to find adventure or where we are pushed into it, pushed out of our comfort zone into a place of fear, anxiety, strangeness, where we come across strange creatures that want things from us, and where we don't really know where we're going, but we have to keep going, and from which we emerge feeling usually stronger and enriched by that experience. Black Forest is also a place where I went for a holiday in September 2015. It was the end of a very hot and difficult, very eventful summer. And at that point, I was really tired and needed a holiday. I had no energy to come up with places to go to. And a friend of mine recommended a place not very far from where I live. It's a country estate where I could rent a cottage, which I did for 1 week. So I packed my Chow Chow Manchu into a car together with some books on my favorite artists and some food, and we drove to Black Forest. I spent the whole week there without leaving the place. I lived a very, very simple life. I slept a lot and daydreamed a lot and cooked and walked with Manchu, made some notes and looked through the books that I took with me, but without any pressure or any outcome in mind. It was just time to restore my energy, to recharge my batteries. At the end of this week, I felt much better and much happier and much stronger. And also, to my surprise, I had in my head a shape of a long-term project that I'd been working on for a number of years, which before going to Black Forest, I couldn't get my head around. I didn't know where I was going. I had problems with structuring this huge body of work that I was halfway through. And somehow when I was driving back, I knew exactly what was going to happen, how I was going to shape, how many paths there were going to be, and it became very, very clear and, in a sense, easy. So that's the benefit of Black Forest. Of course, while I was there, I didn't take any photographs or make any drawings, because that time was about resting and processing, not about active making things. So to illustrate the Black Forest, I chose a photograph which I made years before I went to Black Forest. It actually talks about something else, but in some ways it relates to the experience of a forest, because it's dark and dense, and it presents reality. In this case, it's an apartment, an interior, in a negative. So it shows us something that we sort of recognize, because we recognize the shapes and we recognize the structure of the space, but the colors are not right and the light is not right. So in a sense, looking at a negative is like being in a Black Forest, that there is a sense of recognition. In the forest, we know that there are trees and that there are animals and there are paths and snakes and bears, you name it, but still things are not the way that we are used to. They are a little bit odd and they need adjustment. And this adjustment is what's so valuable in the Black Forest adventure. because in the course of going through the Black Forest and having these encounters and having to find a new pathway through it, we make discoveries about ourselves, about our own art. Like if we get stuck, like I sort of did, it opened up new way of looking at my own work. And we also build skills that serve us for the time when we emerge from the Black Forest and come back to our normal familiar life.